I built an AI that can teach me literally any subject, type a topic, and it writes the whole course on the spot. But the teaching part isn't actually the hard part, because the real reason people quit learning is because nobody's checking if they fell behind. So I gave it a character whose only job is to notice and bug you about it. Let me actually show you what it has. It's inside Keak, you can download it in keak.app, but let's get to it. It's this learn section in here. For example, I have this one already created that it's called YouTube Masterclass. But let's talk about first the ones that appear by default. Like in here in the learn section, you can choose artificial intelligence, English, languages, money, science, health. Also skills like piano or chess, you can play with
We are
it.
Siri and Breg, two stars locked in a gravitational dance. Every move changes the board. Shall we play?
So
We are Siri and Breg, two stars locked in a
I can start
gravitational
from the
dance.
beginning
Every
or
move changes the
just
board.
find my
Shall we
level.
play?
And in here I can practice it, and I have some resources in here. I can start moving like I want, and I can adjust the difficulty in here if I put a 2. And there are also the specialized things that are also path. You can in here start specializing in one thing. For example, inside chess, you can specialize in openings, tactics, and endgames. And the main thing is the path with each lesson, with each unit, and then you can go throughout different grades, like in school, casual, club, intermediate. For example, I've been using
Maggie
the artificial
Magnetar,
intelligence
the strongest
one,
magnet
and
in
in
the universe.
resources,
Let's
you
pull
have
these
this
AI
creative
ideas
studio
together.
that you can, that it's like the learning pyramid that you might have heard of it, that it's like how well until you start learning everything. So the 10% is your reading, so you can choose to create something about reading, an infographic or an image. The 20% you can create a video. The 30% you can watch a demo from these YouTube channels or YouTube videos. Then the 50% of learning is discussion, so you can create a discussion or a podcast. You just choose the host that appear, the topic they talk about, where they appear, and how the length of short, medium, and then you can download it. Then there is the practice, that you can create something to practice. Also, you can create a quiz, flashcards, and the 90% of it, that is the best part that I love, is that you can teach this character. For example, the character inside AI, it's Maggie. You pick the thing that you are going to teach, either artificial intelligence or something more narrow inside this subject, and you start teaching it, and it has to understand it to 100%. You explain it in here, or you can just talk to it, and if you don't explain it well enough, it will start asking you questions and helping you out. But Magi, this character, has to understand it 100%. So you have to practice teaching it to other people correctly so they understand it. Because this character is like a person that never heard of artificial intelligence, for example, in this case. And in here you have some apps and tools, watch and learn. You can also read. You can have deep dives already made for you. You just click generate and that's it. So these are the ones already done in here. I also like the piano one
cadence.
because you can play
a star that
and
pulses
it,
bright and soft,
for example, in
right on
resources,
tempo. Music is just light you
in
can
the
hear.
piano
Let's
one
play.
you can start touching the piano, or you can play like a song, Ode de Joy. It's so great, this one. And in here you have more specialized ones. For example, in artificial intelligence, that it was before, we have building apps, prompt engineering, about cloud, ChatGPT, mastering AI filmmaking with Higgsfield, and you have all these things. The part that you can create your own subjects, and this is my kicks. I already have created one in here, it's called YouTube Masterclass, but you can create like 5 or more. you have to name it, you have to put what it's about, like one line. You choose the character, you can pick from already done from Keak, that are Keak and its agents, or you can just you put also the character name, or you can just describe it with your words, or also put an as an image and it converts it into that character. When you describe it, it can generate it locally with the Keak AI model, Keak AI, that it's a model that you download, it's local, private and free, and it can also generate images. It's a huge upgrade that I have put this week, so now it can generate images. You can also upload material in here, web pages, links, YouTube videos, you paste the YouTube link. You can also put book titles and it finds, also add the author for better accuracy. You can paste some notes or choose files to upload. For example, this one that I created this character with the Keak AI model, with the Keak AI image that it cost me €0 and it's free, and it's really great. I just put create a character about a phoenix because as I want YouTube masterclass to grow my YouTube channel, I want a phoenix because it symbolizes growth and resilience or whatever it is. So in here, when you have put all the material, it generates this. I have put these many videos because I saved them all, so I just put one website and the rest are YouTube videos. So it pulls this information from here. You can eliminate it or change the title and how it appears. You can also add new material and it updates automatically. You can reveal the path with the new material that you put or eliminate material. This character is called YouTube. I didn't choose the name, but I can change it if I want. And in here it's the path. You have this path exactly like the subjects already done, but specifically made with that material. And in here it talks this character, you see all the lessons, you get
never
exercise,
make a video look pretty.
And you
Think
keep,
of your channel as a 3-actor
and
room.
you keep doing
You have the
these
creator's
things.
intent, the user's brain psychology.
Think of your channel as a 3-actor room.
Okay.
You have the creator's intent, the user, the never
you choose
make a video.
also the voice that it talks about. You can use the Keak AI own voice. You can use Gemini, ChatGPT, or the MacBook voice that it's the one that sounds that it's free, but it doesn't sound as good. But now with the new AI Keak voice, it's really great and it's also free. So you can use Keak AI voice instead of paying for ChatGPT or Gemini voice. So the best part, apart from the path, is that I can create resources, and I like it a lot in here. It's like the same creative studio that I showed you earlier. You can create the exact same things, but with the material and with this subject that I want. With all the material, with all the YouTube links, with everything I have put it in here. It creates it from here. Or I can just talk to this and you can ask it anything about this topic and it answers to you. If you have any doubt or you want to create something, you can also talk to this character that it's called YouTube in here. So for example, I created this podcast using this discussion podcast. I choose this new character in here. I choose about YouTube masterclass and it's really great.
Welcome back, everyone.
This is the MacBook voice and it doesn't sound really good because it used different ones to have different voices between the podcast, but if you put Gemini or ChatGPT, it's even better.
What's the real secret to getting millions of views?
It's great to be here, Keak. Honestly, the secret is simple. Nail the thumbnail to get the click, and master the first 5 seconds to keep them watching. That's how you trigger the algorithm and build a massive audience.
Series here. That makes total sense.
It's the pen of the voice that you use. I choose I was doing like a testing and choose the worst voices that I could make, and they were all from MacBook voice. So now I will choose the Keak voice or the ChatGPT or Gemini, and you can download it. You can also create images. You choose the model that that it creates the images with, for examples. But for that you need to like put choose the AI provider. For example, if you do it with Gemini in here, I have like the free API key, so it has a limit, but let's see. And the best part is teaching this masterclass. So let's ask it about it. Hey, can you tell me what are the 3 best tips that I should know about to grow my YouTube channel?
Based on the masters we have, you also want to craft killer intros to hook viewers right away and master storytelling to keep them watching until the end. Which of those would you like to dive into first?
And it listens back, and you can also do a conversation with it. So let's do, like, for example, a podcast than the one we did, or I will just put, for example, I will choose ChatGPT as the provider. So I choose ChatGPT in here. As you can see, you can choose any model. And if we go back to in here, I can already generate the podcast and choose, the podcast, and choose who is in. For example, let's put YouTube announced and where it happens. For example, online, and you can create the podcast and listen to it. And when it's created, it will appear in my creations. As you can see, that sound means that it created it, and we can already have it in here, as you can see. And I can play it, or I can download it just by clicking, and that's it. I can have it forever, apart from all the other things that you can do in here. So you can do almost, I am learning, I put all these videos to grow my YouTube channel, to learn about titles, thumbnails, a whole YouTube masterclass, so I can create more kicks like that. So I can do, for example, one about, I don't know, if I want to learn a skill like playing the piano, but it's already in there. So I could do a skill about maybe learning how to, I don't know, how to write better essays, for example, or learning maybe to master, for example, doing something manual, to master gardening, to master other social media platforms, anything you can think of, you can learn it in here. And having this path, the more context, the more material you put, the longer it is, and the more units there are, the better it is for you to keep learning and keep doing lessons like this. And it looks also great. And also being able to talk to someone that is an expert at this, it's only an expert at this, you can only talk about this. And if you ask about something else that it's not related to this topic, it won't answer to you, because it wants you focus on learning this. And also being able to create videos, podcasts, or teach it to someone else and complete the learning pyramid is something that it's amazing. And you can have all these materials, eliminate them, add new materials, and keep learning. That is the objective. So you actually learn and master the subject that you choose, and you have total control over it. You put your own material, or you can choose already made subjects. And one feature that it's going to be soon is that you will be able to share it. Like in here, you will share it, you will be able to share it with other people and make it public, and in the explore section people will see, and it will be like a feed of people that have made public their own kicks, and you can just use from other people if they make it public and you like it, and you can give it a like, and then it will appear more like that. So I hope you like it, and if you want to try, just go to Keak.app, and I hope it's really helpful for you, and you can do it totally free. So feel free to try any of these ones. I did fully on the AI. Right now it won't appear as done, because as I keep changing and doing new releases, it appears like in blank, but I did it the whole units in here. And as a person that used AI a lot every single day, doing this AI subject, it teach me a lot also about the context, about the vocabulary and the foundations of AI that I didn't know anything about it, like this vocabulary, machine learning, model versus apps, tokenization, the training versus inference, this myth, for example, also about how to iteration and prompting drill and all these things, and also the specialized section. So feel free to use any of these ones, and if you want, tell me in the comments which Keak are you going to create. I hope you like it, and see you in the next video.